We're in the middle of tonight's starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen. PA announcer Butch Dimovitz. Just 9 days ago, the Hazelwood Central Hawks eked out a 1-point victory over CBC in the Merrimack Holiday Tournament. Tonight, the Cadets seek revenge. You're watching CBC basketball on the Cadet Student Network. My name's Randy Molman. Jim Platt alongside. We are in the Tim Kylo broadcast booth, and we are ready for high school hoops. Wow, 2 games in 9 days, and by the way, a 1-point victory, and it was close throughout. This is going to be a barn burner, Jim.
Absolutely. I know the Cadets are definitely looking for some revenge tonight to try and get back into that swing of things as the school year starts again, as well as the basketball season starts to get into full swing, and we start conference play in just a week here.
So we have Hazelwood Central in DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. And if you want to give us the starters for the Hawks.
So the Hawks, you've got number 3, Telly Wright as the starting point guard. Number 4, Larion Hurd is the starting forward, number 3 spot. Devontae Jeffrey is number 21. He's in the 4 spot tonight. Number 23, Cameron Williams. He's going to be playing a hybrid 2, and Evan White, the big center and center and forward combo for the Hawks.
So we got started, no score. CBC still has possession. That's kicked off a Hazelwood Central leg and goes out of bounds. Who are the starters for the Cadets tonight?
So for the Cadets, we have this freshman, Caleb Love, who's been doing outstanding this season.
Scored 20 points against these guys last week.
20 points, a true, not true freshman, obviously, but a freshman here at CBC doing great things. Also, number 3, a junior, Jai Love, small, fast point guard and shooting guard, has brings a lot of different skills to the court. Number 10, senior leader Josh Nunn, brings a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of good, solid leadership to the court. Then you've got Cale Catchings, a junior, doing a great job, a lot of athleticism, also a lot of leadership, smart, heads-up basketball player. And, of course, number 5, the big man in the middle, 6'11", freshman. I said that right, 6'11" freshman, Davion Bradford, going to show us his stuff tonight at center.
How about that? The freshman gets the start. Hazelwood Central, we mentioned it, 63-62 victory over CBC 9 days ago in the Merrimack Holiday Tournament. The Hawks come in 8-5, CBC with a record of 7-6. That ball pinballs out, and we're going to get a foul call on Hazelwood Central. Looks like number 4, Larion Hurd's going to get called. His first team foul call on the Hawks. No score so far, almost a minute in. We are without Sam Orff tonight, the CBC Cadets. Sam Orff, Jim.
Yeah, Sam Orff, a great senior leader for the Cadets. He's been a 3-year starter on varsity, does a great job handling the ball, and has a great outside perimeter shot. Sam is out tonight with a concussion injury, so we hope Sam gets better soon, but we want to make sure that gets healed up right.
Telly Wright gets it over to Cameron Williams. Back to Telly Wright. Cameron Williams, the leading scorer. Check that. Sean Williams is the leading scorer for the Hawks. That's Telly Wright. He misses off the rim, and Cameron Williams with the foul off the glass with the right hand. And finally, someone is on the board. Hazelwood Central leads 2-0. Into the front court now is Jai Love to Catchings. Catchings to Nunn. Nunn dribbles across the elbow, cross court back to Love. Nunn straight away from about 23, and he misses long. The ball goes out of bounds. No, it's grabbed. And pass to Catchings from the left wing. He misses a three, and the rebound is pulled down by Devontae Jeffries. Caleb Love pulled that. That was in the Hazelwood Central bench. He pulled it right back into play. Hazelwood Central into the front court. Point guard Telly Wright directing his teammates, and he'll attempt about a 22-footer that's short off the rim, and Bradford pulls down the rebound. How about a 6'11", 17-year-old or 18-year-old?
That'd be great.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
I wonder if he's done growing. You know, he's only 15.
Yeah, 15. That's right. Freshman. I always forget they're my daughter's a freshman, and she's 15. I should know that, right? Yeah, so we're a timeout call by CBC real quick as Coach Tatum trying to get this thing going. No points so far early on for the Cadets.
Right. We've had a lot of kind of missed tries, not really running the system. Josh Nunn launching a deep three. Really not seeing a lot of scoring opportunities for the Cadets early in this game. What they need to do is settle into their system, start running the offense, get that motion going, and look for their scoring opportunities on the dribble penetrate or the kick out for a 2 or 3 on the perimeter.
Last time these two hooked up, Sean Williams lit it up for 22 points. He did not get the start tonight. Down low, Bradford mishandles the pass, and it's taken over by Hazelwood Central. They come back the other way. Telly Wright will walk it into the front court. Right-hand pass over to Evan White. White back to Wright. Wright mishandles it with the left hand, and that should have been over and back. It wasn't. From about 19, that shot is short. Long rebound pulled down by Evan White as he runs that down. Wright kicks it over now to Larion Hurd. Hurd back to Telly Wright. Wright being guarded by Love. Over up deep White, right wing. Now it's back to Telly Wright. Wright to Evan White now, number 24. Dribbles with the right hand. Kicks it over to Cameron Williams. Williams, as Hazelwood Central really trying to slow it down. And how about the fast break after the steal? That ball is blocked. Bradford drives in and attempts the dunk. He is fouled on his way to the basket.
Holy cow. First of all, let's run through that play again real quick.
How about the steal?
Jai Love does a great job reading the pass. Hazelwood Central, as you said, playing a slow game, passing it around the perimeter, looking for opportunities with a lot of motion along the baseline. Jai Love reads the pass, picks it away, gets blocked on the layup. Big time, almost LeBron James style block from the NBA Finals. And then Davion Bradford comes in, grabs the ball, tries to slam it home, and is fouled in the process. Once he gets a little momentum, you're not stopping that big body.
6'11". Freshman. First free throw is short, no good. Checking in now, Maurice Hayes checks in. I'm wondering why Sean Williams is not in the lineup, number 22.
No, it's interesting.
Unless he's wearing 24 tonight. I don't know that for sure. Next shot, up and good. Looks to me like Sean Williams might be wearing number 24. We will confirm that. Cameron Williams and Sean Williams are both on the floor at the same time. Telly right into the front court now, dribbling with his right hand. Now kicks it over to number 4. That is Hurd driving to the basket. Ball tipped away. Bounces around. Hurd puts up a rebound, and Bradford Catchings grabs the rebound. Love ahead now. This is number 31 for CBC. In the right corner, Lawrence Brazil. Brazil is in the game. That's Love. Deep elbow. Jai Love with 2 points for CBC as he drilled that from just inside the three-point line. It's 3-2 Cadets. Slow start scoring-wise for both teams. Telly right into the lane with the teardrop, no good. Catchings grabs the rebound. And a foul. That might be the second. It is on Larion Hurd, and he might have to go to the bench. He will. Checking in is Paul Sullivan now for Hazelwood Central. Early 2 fouls on Larion Hurd. Hurd on the season, averaging just 2.5 points per game. Into the front court now is Jai Love. He kicks it over to Brazil. Brazil behind the three-point line, back to Love. Love looking. CBC runs the offense. They kick it over to Catchings. Catchings drives into the lane, and he's fouled on his way. 2 shots. It'll be called on number 3, Telly Wright. That's his first. And Cale Catchings looking to redeem himself a little bit. He was only 2 for 8 from the field against Hazelwood Central last week, only scored 9 points. And you've got to have a good game from Cale Catchings here tonight, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. Cale Catchings is one of the linchpins of the CBC offense and defense. He's been a great leader, now a 2-year starter, only a junior, little time still to develop, but still, with so few seniors on this CBC team, you need the juniors to kind of step up and lead. And Cale's done a great job of that.
He missed the first free throw, 3-2 Cadets, 3:38 to play first quarter. He makes the second. So 4-2 CBC. Hazelwood Central will bring it up. A 63-62 final last week as Hazelwood Central defeated CBC in the Merrimack tournament. Sean Williams with the right hand, now turns with the left, kicks it back over to Cameron. Cameron Williams, that ball's batted away by Jai Love, and here he comes the other way, fast break. Kicks it to the corner for Brazil. Back across from about 16, no good, and it's pulled down by Williams. And he comes the other way for Hazelwood Central. Crossover dribble, look at that move. Into the lane, teardrop, no good. That ball now goes out of bounds. Sean Williams, you could see why he leads this team in scoring. The 6'3 junior averaging 18 a game for the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely seeing a lot more up-tempo from the Hawks now later in the first quarter.
Maybe, I was going to say, maybe they saw something last week in that showdown. Hawks will inbound under the CBC basket. It's kicked over to Cameron Williams now. He'll give it back to Telly Wright. Wright being guarded by Love. And he'll get called with the foul. He had an elbow into Telly Wright. That's his first. Jai Love's second team foul called on the Cadets. First quarter action, it's only 4-2. Both teams still feeling their way here offensively. Williams gives it to Sullivan. Sullivan now to Telly Wright on the left wing. He dribbles to the elbow. Jumps. Shot. No good. Catchings pulls it down. Here comes CBC the other way. This is Nunn. Kicks it to Brazil from the right wing for 3. It's a little short. Catchings with the rebound and put back. Cale Catchings now has 3. There's a steal, and the Cadets, Josh Nunn under the basket. Kicks it back out. Now to Brazil. Ooh, he saved that from going out of bounds, and CBC will reset.
Great steal there by Lawrence Brazil right at the beginning of that play off the inbound.
Brazil drives down the left lane, now pulls up, kicks it across to Catchings. How about that pass? Lawrence Brazil very active here in the last 30 seconds.
There it is, the trap. A lot of pressure coming from the Cadets defensively.
Midcourt trap, Williams. Oh, they're going to call Catchings, and I hate to see that call when you see a player who starts to lose his balance. They want to immediately call the foul. That's tough. That's Cale Catchings' second foul, too, and that's early here in the first quarter. Will Schumpert will check in for Cale Catchings. Schumpert, the 6'5 sophomore, wears number 13. Down low to Cameron Williams, off the glass, reversal, no good, and Schumpert grabs the board. Here comes CBC the other way. Nunn into the front court. Josh Nunn quietly putting together a very, very nice senior season, almost 50% from three-point land. I believe it's around 46%. He's also shooting 95% from the free throw line. Wow. He's only 4 free throws off of the minimum so that he could lead the area. That's Lawrence Brazil, who's having a nice first half. Nunn would be leading the St. Louis metro area in free throw percentage had he had enough free throws, but 95%, wow. Ooh, there's a 15-footer. Good shot there by Maurice Hayes for Hazelwood Central. It's 10-4 CBC. Nunn brings it into the front court. Now kicks it over to number 40. That's Josh Wallace. Wallace, right wing, handed it off to Love. There's the offensive rebound. Schumpert grabs it, puts it back, no good. Now Love drives into the lane. And a blocking foul. Wow. That's a good thing they called that first. I thought Schumpert may have gone over the back on the offensive rebound.
That's what I was thinking, too. That was a great set of offensive boards there by Will Schumpert. He did a great job there of securing that ball, going straight back up with it strong. Couldn't finish, but then gets his own rebound again, kicks it back out, and you get Caleb Love on a great penetration there. Defense is all spread out, and he draws the foul.
As we said earlier, Hazelwood Central knows Caleb Love well. He scored 20 against them last week. First free throw, no good. That's now 2 for 5 from the line for CBC here to start. That's not That's not good.
No,
not
that's
a good
not.
sign.
That's not any way to win a basketball game right there.
Second free throw now from Love is up and good. Darius Dorsey now, the junior, will check in for Caleb Love, who will get a breather. A lot of young players on this team.
Yeah.
A lot of freshmen, sophomores, juniors getting playing time. Not very many seniors for the Cadets. They have a lot returning next year. Telly Wright now kicks it back to, oh, he's blocked. Josh Wallace blocked it. Ball bounces out of bounds. Coach Tatum waved his arms like, what is going on? I think he's wondering why there wasn't a foul called on them going after the ball after the initial shot.
Right. A lot of uncontrolled play, a lot of undisciplined play here from the Hawks later in the first quarter. They started out with a real good plan, but now they seem to be kind of losing that plan, and they really want to speed up the tempo of the game.
36.6 remaining. The inbound. Great defense there by Darius Dorsey. And there was some miscommunication between Hayes and Williams. The ball goes out of bounds. CBC gets it. They lead 11-4 here with the first quarter coming to a close. Crawford will check in, the senior guard, for Telly Wright. Give him a breather. Nunn dribbles it into the front court with the left hand for CBC. Crosses the timeline now, crosses it over, kicks it now to Brazil with another great pass. And Josh Wallace throws it down.
Holy cow.
I mean, Lawrence Brazil won't be in the stat sheet for points. He's got only 2, but man, has he made his mark in the first quarter. What a great pass there by Brazil. Crawford with a nice crossover high off the glass, and he gets it to fall. At the end of the first quarter, it's 13-6 in favor of CBC. Let's remember that our tip tonight was sponsored by State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo. Tim takes care of CBC, and he'll take care of you as well. Wow, 13-6, not much action, but the action we did have was pretty explosive.
Yeah, really great. Again, slow start. Both teams kind of feeling each other out again. 9 days ago, was it, that they played in the Merrimack Holiday Tournament, trying to get a feel for each other. Hazelwood Central clearly had a game plan, slow it down at the beginning, but now they're starting to kind of lose that game plan. They're starting to lose momentum. They're going wild, a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors. CBC, on the other hand, getting that penetration, doing a great job with the dribble kick and getting those outside shots to fall, or if not to fall, they're getting offensive boards and putting them back. The one thing that's going to hurt the Cadets in this game is free throws. You have to make them from the line. You have to convert when they give you the chance at free points.
3 of 6 from the line so far. The good news is CBC's getting to the line, driving to the basket, forcing Hazelwood Central to foul, and that's a good sign. But you're right, once they get to the line, they got to make those free throws. 13-6, 7-point lead as we start the second quarter. Inbound to Jeremy Crawford. The senior dribbles it into the front court, now kicks it over to number 21, Jeffries. Jeffries to Williams, back to Crawford, and they called him for the travel. He shuffled his feet looking for that pass. It's not a good sign there.
No.
7:50 to play, second quarter. Jai Love dribbles it into the front court. Checking in now is Ari Jackson. He's in the game. Wallace is still in, and he had worked himself free, and Love didn't see him. Caleb Love back to Jai Love at the top of the key, back to Caleb. Caleb dribbles now by the left elbow, kicks it over to Ari Jackson from about 15, and Ari Jackson drains it, the sophomore. 6'3" sophomore drills that from the free throw line. 15-6, 9-point advantage for CBC. Crawford into the front court, dribbles with the right hand. Dribbles between the legs, crosses it over, kicks it to the elbow. Now back out to Williams from 3 straight away, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jai Love. He kicks it into the front court to Caleb Love to the glass. And he's fouled, and once again, CBC with the mindset of, if I'm in the open court and I've got a head of steam, I'm taking it to the hoop.
Yeah, let's go to the rack, let's get to the line, and again, you see it's working for them. They're converting those plays. They're making their free throws now in the second quarter.
Caleb Love's first free throw is good. He now has 2 points, all from the free throw line. 10-point advantage here for CBC. trying to exact some revenge over last week's loss to Hazelwood Central. In a tough one, 1-point game. Williams inbounds to Crawford, back to Williams, and he'll bring the ball up with his dribble with his left hand. He crosses the timeline. Ooh, almost a steal there by Shumpert. He gets back into position. Telly Wright checks back in from the corner. That's Hayes, and he hits the three. Maurice Hayes with 3 points. He now has 5. Wallace to Jackson, to the corner. That's Love from 3, and that's an air ball. Pulled down by Telly Wright. He comes back the other way, slows it down now for Hazelwood Central. Nifty dribbling behind the back there as he brought it into the front court. Being guarded by Jai Love. He kicks it over. Caleb Love comes out to take him as they switch defensively. Crawford from the wing kicks it back to Telly Wright. Drives down the lane, now pulls it back. Almost, well, actually did get away with a push-off. Here's Hayes, left corner, down low. Right hand, baby hook is good. Devontae Jeffries. (17-11). CBC's 10-point lead is now 6. At the elbow, that's Love to Wallace. Wallace from 18, and he drains it. Josh Wallace goes outside his range a little bit and drills that one. Well, 2-3 pressure here for CBC. Hazelwood Central now slows it down. Telly Wright looking for the pick. He gets it, but pulls up and passes instead. Oh, and number 23, Cameron Williams, dribbles it right off his knee, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes from good pressure and staying in their zone on the zone defense. CBC's doing a great job of holding the zone, and Hazelwood Central's having a hard time getting that penetration they want.
So it was actually an 11-point lead at 17-6. It's now 19-11 in favor of the Cadets. An 8-point advantage. Oh, down low, looking for Bradford. He kicks it to the corner. Coming in is Love, off the glass, no good. And it's off of Bradford, and it will go out of bounds, and Hazelwood Central will inbound. Sullivan returns for the Hawks. He comes in for Crawford. 5:01 to play, second quarter. Low-scoring affair so far, 19-11. Two good defenses going at it today. CBC only allows 61 points a game. They need some more scoring. I think they only average 64 on offense.
Josh Nunn right there with an almost steal. Again, the great pressure defense you're getting from the Cadets is really frustrating the Central Hawks.
Long three for Telly Wright, and he drains it. And it's now 19-14.
Announcer's curse right there. Shouldn't have said anything.
4:25 and counting. Second quarter, 19-14 Cadets. Top of the key, it's Love. Love drives down the elbow, now kicks it into the corner. That's Nunn, and he's a little long. Telly Wright grabs the rebound. Into the front court to Hayes. Hayes to the corner to Williams. Williams looking across. Nobody picked him up as he dribbled right across the lane. Now to Telly Wright. How about that move? Williams almost followed with a highlight reel dunk, but he was just a little short.
Little short on that dunk. It would have been pretty impressive, like he said. I think ESPN would have been calling after that one.
Telly Wright with the up and under almost kicked that off the glass. All right, CBC now avoids a catastrophe there. Under 4 to play. Up 5, 19-14 CBC. Love down the left lane, now kicks it down on the baseline. That's Caleb Love. They're going to call a foul on Hazelwood Central, number 21, Devontae Jeffries, and that's his first.
And again, a good thing you're seeing from Caleb Love there is he's doing that penetration and he's getting the calls. He's getting them there, and even though he's not converting the basket, he's getting a shot at the line to put more points on the board for the Cadets.
To the free throw line now, Caleb Love. First shot is up and good. That's now 4 free throws in a row by Caleb Love. He's 4 of 5. All of his points here tonight coming from the free throw line. Next up and good. Just a freshman, Caleb Love. Love's a freshman. Bradford's a freshman. Both those guys in the game right now. Josh Nunn guarding Telly Wright. He'll get called with the foul. Hand check there on Josh Nunn. That's his first. Brazil will return to the game for CBC. Good defense there by Josh Nunn with the steal, but Telly Wright gets it back and throws it ahead. Wow, that was odd.
Great.
Into the front court now.
Great pressure from Josh, though. He's doing a great job defensively tonight.
Absolutely. We'll get a jump ball there in the lane. Davion Bradford and number 21, it looks like. Devontae Jeffries were battling over that ball down in the paint. The thing about Bradford is he's still a freshman. He's only 15. I mean, he's just going to get thicker and stronger, even if he doesn't grow in height.
Right, and that's what you need to see. You need to see him making those growth moves basketball-wise. He needs to have the higher basketball IQ, and that just comes with time and experience. So he's doing a great job tonight, getting down or pulling down a couple of rebounds. Now it's about finishing around the hoop.
Bradford badly missed that hook, but it got knocked out of bounds by Hazelwood Central. 21-14 the score, 3:09 to play, first half. Oh, there's a nice lofting shot there by Love. He couldn't get it to fall, but he creates the steal. And Lawrence Brazil grabbed it, although one of the CBC players kicked that ball. Yeah. It'll go back to Hazelwood Central. Quick hands there by Caleb Love.
Yeah, really great job there to try and pull that one away.
3 minutes and counting, first half. 21-14, CBC on top. Telly right into the front court. The point guard for Hazelwood Central gets it to Hayes. Hayes to Sullivan, the left-handed three, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Ari Jackson. He gets it quickly into the front court. Back to, he tried to get it to Bradford. It didn't work. Now back comes Telly Wright. Wright uses his body, can't get it to fall. Bradford bats it ahead. Ball is loose. Hazelwood Central has it, and they kick it over to Telly Wright, and he'll try to slow things down now for Hazelwood Central.
Yeah, it was getting chaotic there for a second.
It really was. Wright dribbles all the way down the right side, and he gets it to fall. Telly Wright, wow. Ari Jackson gets called with the foul, his first. And Telly Wright will go to the free throw line. Beat his man off the dribble and drove straight to the basket. Got it to go. Only 5'10", but a junior. (21-16), 2:19, make it 21-17. The old-fashioned three-point play for Telly Wright. And CBC, Lawrence Brazil now will bring it into the front court. Dribbles in with the right hand between his legs, being guarded by Wright. Crossover, kicks it down near the elbow, kicks it over to Bradford. Bradford goes up. They're going to call him for a travel.
Yeah, they're going to get him for a walk on that
Shuffled his feet a little bit.
Yeah, he was having a hard time handling the ball. He's getting a lot of pressure, a lot of active hands from the Hazelwood Central Hawks, and that's why it's been so hard for the Cadets to get it into Bradford and him to be effective in the paint.
CBC at one time led by 11 here in this quarter, or in this half, and Hazelwood Central has cut it to 4. Telly Wright kicks it over to Williams, Sean Williams. Back to Cameron Williams. Sean Williams held scoreless here in the first half. Telly Wright, the ball was tipped out of bounds by Brazil. The one thing that we always see with these CBC cadet teams, no matter the age, no matter the experience, is the quick hands defensively.
Yeah, you're definitely...
Their hands are always active.
They always want to have active hands. They're putting a lot of pressure on this team defensively, and it's led to a lot of turnovers. The sad part is it hasn't led to a lot of points, partially because we're not converting on those turnovers and partially because the Cadets aren't making their free throws when they get the opportunity. It's been better in the second half, but definitely needs improvement, or in the second quarter, needs improvement in the second half.
So a timeout on the floor called by Hazelwood Central, and don't forget to call State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo for all of your insurance needs. Tim is more than just the best insurance guy in town. He's also the presenting sponsor of CSN, and we're incredibly grateful for his support. Call him at 314-842-4442 or shoot him an email, Tim at timkylo, that's KILO.com. And We are in the Tim Kylo broadcast booth, as always, here from DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. And we've got a good one here tonight. Yeah. CBC 21, Hazelwood Central 17, 1:44 to play, first half. Hazelwood Central has possession. Williams kicks it back to Telly Wright. Wright, been very impressive in this game from about 15, no good, way short. And that ball kicks off to Vontae Jeffries. He was off balance. That was an ill-advised shot there by Telly.
Like I said, a lot of this Hazelwood Central offense has been that dribble penetrate and then throw up the kind of the rainbow or teardrop shot. And it hasn't been as effective for them this game as it was at the Holiday Tournament a couple days ago.
Love tried to pass. I think that was tough. He was going up maybe to shoot, saw that he was going to get blocked, tried to pass it, so a little bit of indecision right there, and he throws it out of bounds. Williams inbounds to number 2, Maurice Hayes. Hayes gets it back to Telly Wright, being guarded by Lawrence Brazil, who's made his presence felt, especially defensively here in the first half. Brazil guarding Wright. Wright to number 21, Jeffries. That ball goes out of bounds once again. Lawrence Brazil in the mix.
Yeah, doing a great job putting a lot of pressure on Jeffries and number 3, that's Telly Wright. And it's kind of frustrating them offensively. You can see that.
To put a sophomore on their starting point guard, that shows a lot of confidence from Coach Tatum to have Lawrence Brazil guarding their point guard. How about that shot by Love? No good, and the putback on the rebound. Will Shumpert. Good job, Will Shumpert. He drives underneath, gets the putback basket for CBC. They needed that here before the half.
And that's great vision by Will Shumpert. He saw the ball was going to be short. He ran to the basket, broke to it as soon as he could. Shot goes up, grabs the rebound almost midair and puts it back.
Josh Wallace caused that steal. Here come the Cadets to Shumpert. No good, no foul. Wallace, no good. Pulls his own rebound down and a foul.
Wow.
3 missed shots in there, but credit CBC for continuing to put up shots and grabbing offensive boards.
And that play starts with Shumpert. Shumpert does a great job of getting down and getting that steal and then working it down the court fast, up-tempo. Maybe he was fouled on that attempt. I think he was, but no call there. And Wallace does a great job supporting him with those rebounds and the putback.
So at the line, Josh Wallace, 8th team foul. First shot is good. So after struggling early, the Cadets have been hitting their free throws since. 21.7 remaining until halftime. 24-17. CBC up a touchdown. Oh, we're in the wrong sport.
That happens.
Wallace trying to make it an 8-point lead here. Second foul, by the way, called on Cameron Williams. Wallace missed his second shot. And Hazelwood Central now, Telly Wright riding Lawrence Brazil. Lawrence Brazil, so active defensively. Sticks his hand in there, moves well side to side. Look at his feet. That's one thing you want to talk to the youngsters about. There's a big 3 from Sean Williams, his first bucket of the half. Long shot, no good. Williams hits the 3 for his first points, but one of the things I was saying, that defense there by Brazil, if you were watching it, the lateral movement, the feet, the footwork, that's what you teach kids as they're growing up playing basketball.
You know, Lawrence Brazil was starting on varsity and playing on varsity as a freshman last year, and that development that we've seen just from freshman to sophomore year has been uncanny. You don't usually see players making that much of a jump defensively and offensively. I mean, he's great on the assist. He's great off the ball. He moves well. So a lot of credit to Lawrence Brazil on the defense. And if I may, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my colleagues who's listening to us outside the game while he takes tickets.
All right.
Tom Albies. Tom Albies,
hey,
glad
Tom.
to have you listening to the broadcast. Always a good time with Tom.
There you go. So what Tom didn't get to see, but got to hear, is a 24-20 halftime score.
That's right.
So CBC leads 24-20. We hope you're enjoying the first half here so far. Don't forget about TJ's Pizza and Fundraising. They're one of our favorite new sponsors here on CSN. Well, they're not really new anymore. They've been with us a little while, and they're at the CBC concession stand serving that delicious TJ's Pizza. Dinner on the go has never been so easy. Be sure to try a slice the next time you come to campus. TJ's is also the best fundraising option around, offering a simple process that helps your school, team, or organization raise money by selling delicious pizzas and desserts. Call TJ's 314-869-9404 or learn more online at tjspizza.com. So you're watching CBC basketball on the Cadet Student Network. Your halftime score, CBC 24, Hazelwood Central 20. We'll be back with the third quarter in just a while.
There's so much in this world that can tear us apart.
So many things that aren't fair.
That aren't right.
So many things that don't make sense.
It frustrates me.
It makes me sad.
It makes me angry.
Our school and our team are like the real world. We are made up of guys from all parts of St. Louis.
We come from different backgrounds and have different experiences.
We don't always agree on everything.
But we listen to each other.
We learn from each other.
We are brothers.
And we love each other.
Together, we are committed to take the next step.
To bring people together.
And work for positive change.
Together.
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 Tonight, we honor our past.
And together, we work for a better tomorrow.
We stand together.
We kneel together.
And we rise together.
Let me help you protect what matters most and prepare for your retirement. I want to help everyone in the CBC family save money and stay protected. I've been in the business for 25 years. My team and I are ready to help you protect your family and save money. You can contact me at 314-842-4442. My email address is tim@timkylo.com, or my website is timkylo.com. Enjoy the rest of the game. Let me help you protect what matters most and prepare for your retirement. I want to help everyone in the CBC family save money and stay protected. I've been in the business for 25 years. My team and I are ready to help you protect your family and save money. You can contact me at 314-842-4442. My email address is tim@timkylo.com, or my website is timkylo.com. Enjoy the rest of the game.
We are back live at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. My name is Randy Molman, Jim Platt alongside. You're watching CBC Basketball on the Cadet Student Network. Your halftime score, CBC 24, Hazelwood Central 20. For the Cadets, Cale Catchings had 4 points, but he doesn't lead the way. It's Caleb Love with 5 first half points, all of them from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's been an interesting game, a really slow tempoed game, but at times it's been almost hectic or chaotic.
Really has.
A lot of trying to force shots, a lot of bad passes, a lot of mishandled passes on both sides of the ball. We're going to hopefully see halftime adjustments. These guys are going to settle into some kind of rhythm because the first 2 quarters, you see 24-20. It's a low-scoring game, and that is, by no fault of the referees or the officials or anything like that. It has just been a slower kind of grinded-out game with little snippets of chaos and anxiety. So we'll see if CBC settles into more of a rhythm here in the second half, running the offense and getting those transition points and finishing when they get those defensive steals. Hazelwood Central, let's see if they can start getting more penetration into that CBC defensive zone. Let's see if they can start making those high arching shots that the teardrop shots that they come in with on those dribble penetrates. You're not seeing a lot of kickouts. You're seeing a couple threes from Hazelwood Central, but still a very interesting dynamic to this game.
Yeah, neither team has really gotten untracked, and the referees haven't gotten untracked. They're not back on the floor yet.
Yeah.
They must be enjoying a snack or a beverage at halftime.
Those nice official locker rooms we have downstairs.
So we're waiting for the officials to bring it back to the floor, but no one has really gotten going here on either side. Cale Ketchings got 2 fouls early, so he was out all of the second quarter. He'll be starting the third quarter. And Sean Williams, who leads Hazelwood Central with 18.7 points per game, scored 22 last time these two got together. He only has 3, and that was a 3 at the buzzer. I mean, he hit a 3 basically at the first half buzzer for Hazelwood Central. So neither team's scorers have gotten going. The shooting hasn't been great. The play's been a little erratic and chaotic.
Yeah.
But it's a close game.
It is.
And it's going to be an exciting game down the stretch. It was 9 days ago, and I anticipate it'll be the same way here tonight.
Absolutely.
The officials have made it, Jim. The officials have made it back.
Let's get this underway.
They've made it back to the floor. Hazelwood Central will start with possession. They will inbound. They'll be going from your left to your right on your TV screen here on the Cadet Student Network. And buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be a good second half. Telly Wright brings it into the front court. He gets it over to Sean Williams. Williams back to Wright. Right now, there's the switch. Josh Nunn will guard Telly Wright, the senior. Nunn. Looks like a little 2-3 zone going on there for CBC. And wow, they had it. The rebound put back by Sean Williams, but Hazelwood Central caught CBC napping. They had Cameron Williams on the backdoor alley-oop.
Yeah, that would have been an absolute exclamation point to start this off and an absolute momentum killer for anything CBC wanted to get going.
Bradford kicks it back out now to Love. Love to the corner to Ketchings on the baseline. Kicks it now to Love, and wow, that was halfway down. Bradford on the rebound, throws it up, no good. Williams grabs the rebound, and Hazelwood Central, for the first time in a long time, has a chance to tie. Telly Wright, or take the lead. Telly Wright being guarded by Nunn. Spins it back the other way to Williams, back to Wright. Wright to Sean Williams. Williams, oh, that ball's tipped away by Love. It's on the floor, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow, CBC. Good defense once again. Good hands by Caleb Love.
Great job by Love reaching in, disrupting that pass, and then great job heads-up play by Jai Love jumping on top of the ball and getting that jump ball. And the possession arrow goes the Cadets' way.
Caleb Love from the left wing to Ketchings. Down low to Bradford. Bradford turns. Baby hook with the right hand. No good. Gets the offensive rebound. And he powers it home.
Wow, what a play by Davion.
Davion Bradford. It didn't look pretty, but he got it done. 26-22 Cadets. Telly Wright guarded now by Love. To the corner to Williams. Williams, Hazelwood Central's leading scorer, has just 5 points. Cameron Williams saw an opening and took it. Bradford blocked him. No foul called. He missed the shot. CBC into the front court. Into the corner, Josh Nunn. Tried to take Cameron Williams off the dribble. Couldn't do it. Now gets it back to Jai Love. Love. Bradford backing his man down, and he's fouled. Bradford was backing down the severely undersized Jeffries.
Yeah, that's one thing Davion has to advantage his height at this point, but Jeffries has much more experience. He really knows how to handle even a man 4 or 5 inches taller than him.
Jeffries, the junior, stands 6'4", but Bradford's got 4 inches on him, 5 inches on him at 6'11". Should I say 7 inches?
7.
From the corner, there's a 3 from Caleb Love. His first basket from the field here tonight, and he makes it a 29-22 game. Telly right, air ball, off balance. Josh Nunn all the way to the basket from Catchings. He draws the foul. It's going to be called on number 23, Williams, I presume.
Yes.
That's his third, and it looks like he may have to take a seat. Only 2 points tonight for Cameron Williams so far, and Nunn will go to the free throw line. He's not going. They're going to keep him in. First free throw from Nunn is good. 30-22 the score. This is a 6-0 run for CBC. Second free throw up and good. No problem there for Josh Nunn. Behind the back dribble. Swatted away by Nunn, but right to Williams. Williams dribbles with the left hand. He's pinned on the sideline there to Cameron Williams. Back to Sean Williams. Crosses it over from the baseline off the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Love. Love into the front court to Caleb Love. Off the glass, no good. Ball pinballs to Catchings. He can't grab hold of it. Now he sits on it, and he fights off Hazelwood Central. And then they call a timeout. I don't know how any of those Hawks didn't reach down there to grab that ball.
I don't know what just happened. I mean, Cale Catchings trying to come down with the ball, loses it in his hands, tries to go between his legs, falls, gets knocked over on top of the ball.
Yeah, sits on it.
And then manages to roll over and then get it back. And nobody from Hazelwood, they're all just kind of standing around him, swatting at the ball. He manages to get a pass out to Caleb Love before Coach Tatum calls a timeout. Great hustle, I guess, but just an interesting series of events there, which is kind of the story of this whole game.
Very, very interesting indeed. 31-22 the score. It's a 7-0 run for CBC. Head coach for Hazelwood Central has not been happy with the officiating here in the second half. Inbounding for the Cadets. Here's Jai Love, down low. Catchings with the right hand. How about that move by Cale Catchings? He now has 6 points. Jai Love gets called with the foul there on Telly Wright. .454 to play, third quarter, 33-22 CBC in the middle of a 9-0 run right now. Another foul. Josh Nunn pushed Telly right there with the hips. Nunn's going to get called. That's his second.
CBC's got to be careful. They can't let themselves fall into the trap that Hazelwood Central fell into in the first half, getting in foul trouble early in this half.
Telly Wright's very talented, and I think part of the MO here for CBC is to make him uncomfortable.
Yep.
And they have.
Yeah, that appears to be the case.
They've made him uncomfortable, chipping at him, fouling him a little bit. They don't want him to get easy access into the front court where he can drive and dish or take it himself, which he's done a couple of times. There's a nice left-handed basket there from Devontae Jeffries. That ends the 9-0 CBC run. Back the other way. Catchings will go to the free throw line as CBC pushed it into the front court, and that's Williams' fourth. That'll be Cameron Williams' fourth foul. And he'll have to come out of the game now for sure for a little while. Cale Catchings to the free throw line. First one, no good. Checking in for Williams, number 20, Paul Sullivan. Brazil, Nunn, Catchings, Caleb Love, and Josh Wallace in the game for CBC. Second free throw is good. Telly right now directing traffic for his Hazelwood Central Hawks. He tried to pull up, and he lost control of the ball. Wallace grabbed it, poked out of bounds by Jeffries, and CBC gets the ball back. A 10-2 stretch here for CBC in the third quarter. Nunn into the front court, guarded by Wright. Kicks it to Catchings. Catchings drives down the left side of the lane, off the glass with the right hand, and that was just too easy.
Yeah. Kale Catching's definitely showing his experience at the varsity level and his athleticism and his basketball IQ with that play.
10
Sees
points.
the open lane and takes it himself.
He now has 10, and he missed all of the second quarter. Wallace was about to really hammer Sullivan, who came into the lane, but he was fouled instead. Looks like 31. Brazil gets called. Yep, Brazil gets called with the foul before Wallace could get to it. Sullivan to the free throw line now. By the way, this is only the second free throw all night attempted by Hazelwood Central.
Wow.
We talk about CBC taking advantage, driving it to the basket. Hazelwood Central hasn't done that a lot tonight. They haven't been able to. Second free throw, no good. Here comes CBC the other way. Up by 11. This is Catchings from the left wing. Takes it off the glass, no good. Here comes Hazelwood Central. Williams with the fast break. He gets 2 there. He now has 7. 36-27 the score. Lawrence Brazil drives it into the front court, now pulls it back out. Dribbles with the right hand, kicks it to Love. Back to Brazil, wide open from the left wing, and he buries it. Lawrence Brazil buries the 3.
Yeah.
5 points for Lawrence.
Great play right there, too. You get the
How
dribble
about Caleb Love with the
Yeah.
dish?
Caleb Love gets great dribble penetrate, sees the dish. The defense collapses on him. He kicks it out to a wide open Brazil. Brazil has all day to shoot.
Beautiful. Sullivan now from about 15 feet, no good. That ball goes out of bounds. Off of Jeffries, it'll be CBC ball. It's 39-27 Cadets, 2:52 to play, third quarter. Brazil brings it into the front court for CBC. Down the right side, pulls up, dribbles between his legs. Now with the left hand, kicks it over to Nunn, almost stolen by Williams. Bad pass there by Nunn, taken by Sullivan. Hazelwood Central the other way. Sullivan up off the glass. No good. Fouled by Nunn. Sullivan will go to the line. For Nunn, that is his third. No. Yes, his third. Sullivan to the free throw line. 12-point lead for CBC. Biggest lead of the night for the Cadets. First free throw is good. Jai Love will return for Nunn. (39-28) the score. Third quarter action. Left-handed free throw shot is good for Sullivan. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Jai Love into the front court for CBC, being guarded by Hayes. Gets it to the elbow to Caleb Love. Love now pulls it back out. Cross court to Jai Love. Look, he faked the deep three, gave it to Wallace, and Wallace threw it down.
Great play right there. Josh Wallace, that's a hard screen on Jai Love's man. His defender goes to switch out on Love, and Wallace cuts off the screen early, gets a great dish from Jai and puts it home.
41-29, CBC leads. Telly Wright, spin move at the right wing, now pulls it back out as he slipped. Gets it down low, looking for Jeffries. Jeffries being guarded by Wallace. Gives it to Hayes, back to Wright. Right now, deep wing. Got the screen, went the other way. Now dribbles with the left hand, cross court. Sends it over to Sullivan, kicks it off his knee. CBC almost had it. Sullivan dives for it. That ball is kicked, but a timeout called by the Hazelwood Central bench while Sullivan had control on the floor.
That was an interesting series of events, too. Josh Wallace was caught
We've said
way
that a lot
outside,
tonight.
Yeah, way outside by the three-point arc. And then as he's coming back, there's a great cross-court pass. Goes between a couple of legs, and a lot of credit has to go to these young men. Great hustle points right there for me as a fan, as an observer. Everybody was on the floor for that ball. Everybody hit the floor for that ball, so a lot of credit goes to both sides.
We want to say thanks once again to Mercy Sports Medicine, one of our sponsors here on the Cadet Student Network. Mercy is ranked as a top-tier Catholic health system nationally and offers the highest quality health care for students and their families. To learn more, visit mercy.net. Hey, when you need an attorney, you want someone you can count on to protect your legal rights, the attorneys at Milliken Ryder here for you. Brian Milliken, and CBC grad. Chris Wright have fiercely represented the injured and accused in civil and criminal cases in the St. Louis metro area for more than 15 years. That ball goes out of bounds off of Sullivan. CBC ball. Call Brian and Chris 314-621-0622 or find Milliken Wright online at millikenwright.com. Milliken Wright will fight for you. CBC leads by 12. Biggest lead of the night for the Cadets. Love from about 17, no good. Pulled down there by Hayes. Hayes gets it to Sullivan. The left-handed shooter dribbles with the right hand. Now reverses, takes it back across to Telly Wright. Wright spins. Can't get away from Love. Hayes now dribbles to the elbow, tries to get it down low. He does. That's number 32. He misses the shot. That's Damon Cobb with his first action tonight. And the turnaround for CBC down the floor. The quick, fast break, and it's Caleb Love.
Yeah, great job by Jai Love there, too. Reading the break, seeing that he's got men on both sides. He had Brazil on his right and Caleb Love on his left. Does a great bounce pass to Love, and Love finishes and puts it away for an easy 2.
Jai Love gets called with his third foul on the drive. That ball will be inbounded. It was not on the shot. Larion Hurd returns. He hasn't played a ton here tonight, but he subs for Damon Cobb, who only got about a minute and a half of action. Cobb, the 6'7" junior. You'd think maybe a little bit of size would help him down here.
Yeah, definitely.
Sullivan inbounds to Williams, gets it back, tried to get it across. He does to Telly Wright. Wright on the wing, drives baseline. How about Telly Wright? He beat number 22, Darius Dorsey, off the dribble. Took it down low, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Dorsey does get called with the foul, his first. So now Telly Wright at the free throw line. He's 1 for 1 from the line. He has 6 points here tonight. Gets the first one. Ari Jackson returning. Also checking in, number 11, Davis Oftenbrink. He'll check in with 26.2 remaining third quarter and a 13-point CBC lead. Wright drills the second. Jeremy Crawford will allow Telly Wright a little extra time to rest for the fourth quarter. 25 and counting here, third quarter. Lawrence Brazil brings it up for CBC. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson guarded by Williams. Back to Brazil on the looping pass. Brazil grabs it in the air, now turns around. Dribbles with the right hand to Jackson at the left wing. Under 10 to go, under 5 to go. Brazil given a window. He takes it on the baseline. Lawrence Brazil. 7 points here tonight, and what an impressive game for that young man. It's the end of the third quarter, and it is an 14-point lead for CBC. Cadet fans, if you know a grade school student who might be a future cadet, please encourage them to pay us a visit and experience CBC for themselves. Contact our admissions office, 314-985-6095, to schedule a tour of CBC or a shadow visit. And don't forget, 7th grade shadowing is now available. Just give Melissa Ryan a call, 314-985-6095. Spend a day with us and experience what CBC is all about. We also want to remind you to join us for Club CBC on Saturday, January 21st. Our award-winning jazz band, studio band, and percussion ensemble will be joined by members of our choir department for an incredible show. This is our music program's big fundraiser for the year and includes snacks, friends, and fabulous music. Cost is only $10 a person or $100 for a table of 10. Make sure you call CBC mom Karen Seepy. Thank you.
No problem.
I knew I'd have problems with that. Karen Seepy to reserve your seats. She can be reached at 636-448-4338. That's 636-448-4338. That's Club CBC, Saturday, January 21st.
Should be a lot of fun.
It sounds fun. Crawford Brings it up for Hazelwood Central. Here's Williams now, right wing, kicks it to the corner to Hayes. From the left corner, off the rim, no good. Brazil grabs the rebound. He brings it up with a head of steam for CBC. Great pass! And a dunk!
Wow.
What a finish by Will Schumpert! And what a play by Lawrence Brazil, pushing the pace for CBC. Wow.
Maybe that's what we're going to see here in this fourth quarter. The Cadets are really going to want to up tempo. Hazelwood's got to go at this point. They're down late. They've got to go. And little mistakes like that are going to shoot him in the foot.
Crawford off the hands of Larion Hurd. Brazil really putting on a show tonight for CBC. He has 7 points, a couple of key assists, some great steals. He's done a lot of the dirty work here tonight for the Cadets. Love, the left wing, now pulls it out. He's being guarded by Crawford. Now dribbles to the other side of the court, kicks it to Catchings for three. No good, off the rim. And here comes Hazelwood Central the other way. Crawford into the front court. Tries to beat Catchings off the dribble, can't control it. Ball is loose and reached down and grabbed by Catchings, but before he can come up with possession, they're gonna say that it was tied up. And it'll be CBC ball. Jackson returns to the game for Caleb Love. He'll have a seat, 6:57 remaining, 16-point advantage for CBC. They keep stretching the biggest lead of the night. Catchings to Love. Love guarded by Crawford. Dribbles to the right side. Crawford now, that's Catchings at the left elbow to the corner. Schumpert. There's about 17 feet from Brazil, no good. Ball was short. Hayes grabbed the rebound. Here comes Hazelwood Central into the front court. Crawford back to Hayes. He's open for three from the left corner. Hits both sides of the rim. Pinballs out, no good. And CBC will have it after it was knocked out of bounds. 16-point advantage for the Cadets, 6:24 remaining. 47-31 the score. Trying to exact some revenge from last week's game versus Hazelwood Central in the Merrimack tournament. In that game, the Hawks eked out a 1-point victory. Love to the corner for Brazil. He kicks it to Catchings. Catchings drives down the left side of the lane easily with the left hand.
It's the third time he's done that tonight.
Cale Catchings now with 12. 49-31. 18-point advantage for CBC with 5:45 and counting. Spin move by Crawford. He kicks it back out to Telly Wright. Right to Crawford in the corner. Crawford looking, pulls it back out. Cross court to Williams. Williams from three, and he misses. Just off to the right, it was grabbed by Love. Love into the front court to Brazil. Brazil left alone, kicks it to the corner. Bad pass, saved, but thrown right to Williams. And here comes Hazelwood Central the other way. Telly Wright dribbles down to the baseline, up and over. Love for two. Telly Wright, and a timeout called by Hazelwood Central. The CBC Father-Son Banquet is Wednesday, January 25th at Westport Sheridan. It's at the Westport Sheridan Chalet, actually. Oh. Whenever you add chalet onto something, it does make it fancier, doesn't it? Like if I said after this game, Jim, I'm leaving. It was good to see you. I'm going to head back to my chalet. You'd be like, wow.
I'd go, wow, man, that guy is living the life.
You'd say I was fancy.
I will, definitely.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Well, there's nothing fancier than a father-son banquet.
That's true.
You have to have it at a chalet.
I couldn't agree more.
So it's at the Westport Sheridan Chalet. It's one of CBC's favorite traditions. Sign up now to reserve your seat for that great night. The evening begins with a reception at 6 o'clock, followed by dinner at 7. Students are welcome to invite any family member, guardian, or mentor to join them for this memorable night. For more information, go to the CBC website, cbchs.org, and you'll learn all about the Father-Son Banquet on January 25th. Also, don't forget, CSN offers a lot more than just sports. You can catch theater performances, band and vocal concerts, and much more right here on the Cadet Student Network. Log on anytime to see all the great things happening here at CBC. From the classroom to the court, from the field to the stage. If it's happening at CBC, you'll find it on CSN. 49-33 the score. CBC leads. after the timeout. Shumpert to Ari Jackson. It's Shumpert, Jackson, Love, Catchings, and Nunn in the game for CBC. And they are going to play a very quick and elaborate game of keep away at this point.
Yep.
Good ball movement. They're moving down the lane. This is now Shumpert. Nope, that's Ari Jackson from about 15. Drains it from the corner. Nice shot there for Ari Jackson. He has 4. 51-33, back to an 18-point lead. Williams to Wright. Telly Wright will back it out. Dribbles with the left hand.
Interesting choice by Hazelwood to stay with that slow momentum pace. They're down. They've really got to start attacking the basket.
Williams drives into the lane, just inside the elbow. No good.
Oh, that was a quick call.
Very quick. But the Hawks will maintain possession. They have possession. Devontae Jeffries and Ari Jackson tangled up underneath. Hayes will inbound underneath the CBC basket. Hawks wearing their black road jerseys and shorts with the yellow trim. Williams into the lane, left hand too strong. And it ball kicks out to Hayes. He tries the jumper, no good. Williams with the offensive putback. He's fouled and he'll go to the line. That's been the story for Hazelwood Central. They have not shot well here this season.
No, but, and that there is two sides to it. Hazelwood Central hasn't been shooting well, but they've been getting their own rebounds and putting them back. The CBC defense has to get those rebounds and start pushing it the other way, not giving Hazelwood Central the opportunity to score points.
Sean Williams at the line. Severely under his average per game this season. Makes his first free throw. That's his first free throw attempt of the night. Williams had 7 points before that free throw. He now has 8. He was averaging 18.7 a game.
Wow.
Cale Catchings, on the other hand, CBC's leading scorer, has 12, and Cale averages 16 per contest. Williams' second free throw is good. Catchings has outdone his performance from last week when he only had 9 against Hazelwood Central. That's a 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound pulled down. Good defense there from Ari Jackson as he tried to poke it away from Williams. Williams finally brings it into the front court, kicks it over to Hayes, and that's an air ball. The rebound and putback, though, from Devontae Jeffries is good. 51-37 CBC. Jackson.
Ooh.
Little high for Catchings, but grabbed by Love. Caleb Love will pull it out. Good play by Love to save it. Josh Nunn now back, standing on the C just inside center court. Dribbles with the left hand. He had Cale Catchings streaking down the right side of the block. Catchings to Nunn. Nunn almost thought about it. He almost pulled a 3. Sam Orff got off the bench and encouraged him to do so. But that's coming from a three-point shooter.
That's coming from Orff.
Yes, that's right. Wallace to Nunn. Nunn back to Catchings. Catchings over to Caleb Love. Cross court to Jackson. To Nunn. To Wallace. At the perimeter, that ball's tipped away by Cameron Williams. Catchings dives for it. Ball still loose. Williams gets it to Telly Wright. Draws the foul and can't convert the basket. How about Cameron Williams? Nice play defensively.
Yeah, definitely had a good read on that one. Chased after the ball. And I believe it was Ari Jackson chasing after him, or Cale Catchings. I didn't see the number on the
Catchings.
Oh, it was Cale Catchings. Both diving for the ball. A lot of great hustle from both teams.
So to the line, Telly Wright. 51-37 the score, 2:39 to play. Wright's first free throw is good. He is now 4 for 4 from the line for the Hawks. On the season, Telly Wright shooting only 65.3% from the line. But he is perfect here tonight. 5 for 5.
Well,
Jai Love being guarded by Wright, and that is a definite foul. Telly Wright grabbed him on his way past, his second personal. And that'll mean a 1-and-1 opportunity for Jai Love. Hasn't been to the line yet tonight, has 2 points. Actually, no. They're not going to call. Oh, that's only the 4th team foul. That's why.
Oh, right. We're reading the wrong fouls.
Yes, we were. Catchings to Caleb Love. It was blocked by Hayes, but Love got the rebound and put it back. 70, check that, 53-39. 53-39 the score. CBC leads. Williams can't get it to get to the rim. Rebound there by Jeffries, and he's fouled by Cale Catching.
I don't know about that call. I think they're going to call him for over the back, but Catchings was facing, I believe it's Jeffries, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They were facing each other. It was an equal opportunity for the ball, and Catchings just came away with it, but I don't know how I feel about that call.
Jeffries to the free throw line. 14-point advantage for CBC. He misses. Rebound. Williams is blocked by Josh Wallace. Into the crowd goes Caleb Love. Pass him up to the top. Oh, no, he goes back to the floor. Josh Wallace with a great block there on Sean Williams' putback. Jeffries missed that free throw. Here's the inbound to Williams. Williams guarded by Brazil. Now back to Telly Wright for three. He misses. Ball's off to the left slightly, and so CBC's Cale Catchings grabs the rebound. Brazil being pressured. He sends it up court to Love. And Love sends it over to Josh Nunn. Brazil, good court awareness. Broke that press. Hazelwood Central will... Oh, they were going to call a timeout. They didn't. Telly Wright got called with the foul first.
Yeah. They have a couple to give before they enter the bonus, so I think that's pretty smart on the Hawks to do it this early at 1:38 left in the game.
53-39 the score. Brazil looking to inbound. Williams was in his face, and that pass was not very good. Sullivan.
No. But the fouling worked.
That's right. Hurd now to Hayes. Hayes off the glass and in. And that'll be a timeout for Hazelwood Central. 53-41 the score, 1:28 remaining. And for CBC, an erratic effort, but they played very well defensively.
Yeah,
active hands.
They've done a
very
great job.
Very quick on defense.
Really sticking with their man defensively, staying in the zone, staying tough on defense. And like you said, the big thing for tonight has been active hands, all right? Getting into passing lanes, disrupting passes. Josh Wallace with a great active block right down there.
Right.
Doing a great job of really we mentioned it earlier, really frustrating the Hawks offense, and they haven't really been able to get momentum going until very late in the fourth quarter that we're seeing right now. That foul, like I said, really smart. And on the inbound pass, the Hawks get what they want. They steal the ball back and go down court, get a foul themselves, and are heading to the line.
So, 53-41 the score. CBC leads. And I'll tell you what, we talk about players of the game. I'd give it to Lawrence Brazil here tonight.
At this point, it's either Lawrence Brazil or Cale Catchings. Catchings has done a great job getting that dribble penetration, scoring in the paint, and he's shown a great amount of team leadership here tonight.
Love is fouled, number 20 called. That's Paul Sullivan. That's his first. Sixth team foul, and they will foul CBC again right away, I presume. Try to make CBC go to the free throw line to shoot those bonus free throws. Catchings. Sends it inbounds to Nunn. Nunn drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Love. To Caleb Love in the corner. Jai Love to Nunn. Nunn to Catchings. So far, they are staying away from the foul. Catchings gets called. He was fouled by Hayes from the backside.
Really great job by the Cadets to play keep away there. You didn't want an on-the-ball foul. You didn't want an off-the-ball foul, and so they managed to kill about 22 seconds of that clock.
They actually called it on number 20, Paul Sullivan. So Catchings will shoot 1-and-1 here. 53-41 the score, 1:10 to play. First free throw is good from Cale Catchings. He has 13 here tonight. $1:10 to play. 13-point advantage for the Cadets. Trying to close it out here. Next free throw is good. It's now 3 free throws in a row made by Catchings, 14 points on the night. Right into the front court and he traveled, but how about that defense? Darius Dorsey rode Telly right the whole way down the floor, and then Brazil was poised for the steal.
Yeah,
right
he was
there
ready
at the
to
end.
jump that pass and take it all the way the other way for an easy 2.
You got to credit this CBC defense tonight. They have been suffocating. Great defense. Jim mentioned it a second ago, the active hands, getting into passing lanes, knocking the ball free. They've been really, really solid tonight. Great defensive effort here from the Cadets. Williams all the way, coast to coast with the left hand, and that's good. Sean Williams now has 11. Inbound to none. That ball's batted away. Williams gets it back. Off the glass, no good. Cale Catchings pulls down the rebound. We've seen a lot of that tonight from Hazelwood Central. They have not been able to finish around the basket.
Yeah. Great job there, too, by Catchings, pulling down that rebound and holding on to the ball. You didn't want another kind of haphazard turnover there. Catchings does a good job, and he's been doing solid from the line tonight, so he's one of the guys I would want at the line for the Cadets.
Timeout's called once again. And CBC is going to go to the free throw. I think a technical foul may have been called on the Hazelwood Central bench
I think
seconds ago. Let's see. I could be wrong on that. I saw a lot of the CBC players, when the whistle was blown, pointing their finger at the Hazelwood Central bench. So I wonder if after this timeout we are going to see some free throws. Let's see. I know Catchings is going to the line
he's
regardless.
going to the line, but I don't know about the technical. I didn't see it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Can they tell us from the truck? Oh.
Wait, we're right next to the truck.
That's true. All we have to do is ask.
Yeah.
All right. 55-43 the score. 12-point lead for CBC. So, yeah, Josh Nunn is going to the free throw line, even though Catchings was the one fouled, I believe.
This doesn't make a lot of sense.
Oh, wait a minute. The referees are going to talk. This is not a technical foul. They're trying to figure out who got fouled, and it was Cale Catchings.
It was.
Trying to sneak the 95% free throw shooter to the line. Let's see you working there, Coach Tatum.
There you go.
There it is. Cale Catchings now will go to the free throw line to attempt the free throws. No technical foul was called on the Hazelwood Central bench. Business as usual. Catchings to the line, 55-43 the score. He'll shoot 1 and 1. And they go over to explain to Coach Tatum, who, let's be honest, probably already knows Catchings should be at the line. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Catchings. First free throw up, and it bounces through. Off the front of the rim, off the glass, and in, just like he designed it. 56-43 now, 13-point advantage for the Cadets with 41.1 remaining. Next free throw, he drains that one, nothing but net there. And for Catchings, that's now 16 points here tonight. Williams into the front court for Hazelwood Central, drives down the lane, right hand, high off the glass, no good. Catchings rips down the rebound, and he'll bring it up. Ball is poked away by Sullivan, and they're going to give it to Hazelwood Central, as when he poked it away, it glanced off of Caleb Love.
Interesting call there. I thought Love was too far past for him to have touched it, but well, lo and behold, the ref sees what he sees.
57-43 the score. Hazelwood Central clinging to life here with 25 seconds and counting to play. Right, double team now. Sends it down low to Hayes. Good pass. And
I don't know.
That was a good swat there by Ari Jackson, but they're going to say he got some of his hand, and Hayes will go to the free throw line.
That was a great block by Ari. Good read, way to get up before the shooter does, and way to smack that ball away. I think it was mostly ball, but probably did catch some of his hand.
Ari's third foul, 10th team. Hayes misses the free throw. Wholesale changes now for both sides. Crawford and Hurd check in for Hazelwood Central. 18.8 remaining, 14-point advantage. Hayes' next free throw is also no good. He misses both. Catchings grabs the rebound. He gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. The referee demonstratively points to Catchings and says he's shooting the free throws.
Making sure it's him.
Look, I saw Josh Nunn walking towards the line there. I know he wasn't going to stop, but wouldn't it have been funny if he had just stopped right there? You got to look for some humor here sometimes.
Yeah,
you know
at this
what I mean?
point, there's 17 seconds left.
Foul was called on Larion Hurd, his third. Catchings now with an opportunity to exceed his season average, averaging 16.7 a game, and he's got 16 points right now. First free throw is short, and he misses it. So here comes Williams the other way, coast to coast, off the glass. He gets fouled. Catchings will get called.
Bad foul there.
Williams will go to the line. 4 Catchings, that's his 4th. Williams will shoot now, down 14, trying to cut it to 12. 11.7 remaining. CBC looks like they're going to get out of here with a victory. First free throw, no good. Cameron Williams held with only 2 points here tonight. And Sean Williams, the leading scorer for Hazelwood Central, has 11.
11 points to hold. The leading scorer has been averaging, what did you say, 18 per game?
Yes.
That's pretty much what does it for the Cadets here tonight.
Free throw is no good. He missed both. CBC's Catchings grabs the rebound. Ahead to Brazil. He'll pull it back out. That's going to be it. The CBC Cadets exact some revenge with a 57-43 victory over Hazelwood Central in a rematch that just 9 days ago, Hazelwood Central won 63-62 in the Merrimack Holiday Tournament. So good work by the Cadets, and the theme tonight, Jim Platt, defense. Defense.
That's why if I have to pick a player of the game tonight, I'm actually going to pick 2, an offensive one and a defensive one. Obviously, the defensive one is Lawrence Brazil. Active hands, great footwork, disrupting passes, getting in passing lanes, and doing an absolute great job getting turnovers and turnover points for the Cadets. Offensively, it's Cale Catchings. Cale Catchings did a great job in the second half, showing up and really igniting the Cadets' offense and getting it done when it needed to be and pulling away for the big W over the Central Hawks.
So 16 for Cale Catchings, 12 points for the freshman, Caleb Love. And Lawrence Brazil, he had only 7 points, but man, did he play defense. Several big steals, great looks on offense. He had some awesome assists. Lawrence Brazil, fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
The CBC Cadets win 57-43 over Hazelwood Central. Hey, the DC Wilcutt tournament is next week.
That's right.
So keep an eye on that Cadet Student Network handle on Twitter and at CBC Hoops. I believe it's at CBC_Hoops on Twitter as well. The CBC Facebook page, the Cadet Student Network Facebook page. Keep an eye out for the schedule on when we'll broadcast next week on the DC Wilcutt tournament here from DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. Jim, fun game.
Great game. Well, interesting game.
Interesting game with a great outcome.
Yes.
How about that?
That's what I like.
That's Jim Platt. My name's Randy Molman. Until next week during the DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. So long, everybody.